Hello, Dr. G coming at you with another video. Today we're going to learn how to take a random sample in Excel. Maybe you have a large amount of data, but you only want to take a random sample. Lots of different reasons for that. So I am here in Excel online. I am on a PC. Anything that says control, you're just going to have to remember on a Mac to change to the Mac button. We're going to follow good operating procedure here. I'm going to title this new column random number, and this is where I'm going to place the random numbers for each of the data points in this particular sheet. Now, one of the things that I may want to know is how much data is actually in my Excel spreadsheet, right? And so this first guy over here tells us that if we use control end, we can go to the end of the data in the data sheet. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to hold down control and end. And I can see that I'm going all the way down to cell 10,001. And that means that I have 10,000 data in this particular data set. Now, to get back up, I'm just going to hold down Control Home. Control Home is going to take me all the way back up to the top. So now I know I have 10,000 here. To do a random number so that you can select a random sample, there are two functions. One that's super common is the rand function. A lot of people are going to tell you to use this one. A lot of videos will show you how to use this one. It returns a number between 0 and 1. So if I go ahead and pull this down, there are 10 numbers here, and I could put these in order. But this is not my favorite, right? I actually prefer the function that I like to use is the equals rand between. And this allows me to select a bottom number. Here I'm going to select 1 to represent the first number in the data set. And then I'm going to use 10, 1, 2, 3,000 to represent the last number in the data set. This will not prevent duplicates, but it will keep the duplicates to a minimum and is a great way to avoid decimals and just have integers. I click enter and the number shows up. Now, if I drag this down, it will not actually change until I calculate the workbook. This is really good. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this, Control C, and then I'm going to do Control Shift and End, right? But I have too much selected, so I'm going to use the left arrow to move over to just this one column right here. So now I have selected the one column. And now I'm going to go ahead and paste. And you can see it's still that exact same number. Control Home. Now I'm back up to the top. But now when I click on Calculate Workbook, now all of the numbers change. That now I have a random number assigned to every single value in my data set over here. Now it's just a matter of going ahead and grabbing them. I'm going to go to Home. I'm going to go over to my Sort and Filter button, and I'm going to go ahead and sort it by my random number ascending. And now you can see that these values right here, these are the smallest ones. And so if I wanted a random sample of 10, that would be these values right here. If I wanted a random sample of 20 or 30 or 50, I could do whatever I wanted, and the random numbers will not change. My data will not change as I do it, which makes me super happy. If this was helpful, if you learned some Excel shortcuts, that makes me happy. Stay tuned for the rest of the videos as we go through data and use Excel.